It is said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Motion from the back. They'll toss it to the outside on the left. Thrust that arm out. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Bagway. Makes the grab. At the 45 on its way. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. He's got him this time. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Looking for more room. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. On the run, it's Frazier. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Off play action. Working that left side now. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
To the air, it's Stockton. Gets it to him on the screen. Plows through the defense. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
And the dogs are flying down the field. Slams it ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia! A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No shot at a return. It's out at the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run it from the gun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. To throw, it's Lagway. Throws to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
That's a really good play by the defender. I think quarterbacks, when they see these routes and they think they can get these routes pretty much at will because my receivers are so fast, I usually get such a big cushion. And then when they sit down for that comeback route, it's usually open. But that defender says, no, sir, not in my building.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Looking to throw on first down. Sets up the screen. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush. Hit him with the screen and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
Back to throw, it's Flagway. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And the Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get him out back. Stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's third and long or third and inches, you just have to go execute. They do it. Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
To the air on second down. Got his man on the right. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And that short completion now sets up a big third down here in the red zone for this team. They haven't scored yet. They're only trailing 7-0, and this is a big one. It's very, very hard to throw the football in this area of the field. But you get the feeling a critical third down now. They need something good to happen, putting a lot of trust in their quarterback to make the right decision and make the big play.
He's looking to throw on third and short. Got it! Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, they caught the defense off guard with that play right there. Here they are in field goal range, it's third and short. You know, the odds say it's going to be a run. Instead, they throw it. They get a big play now setting up first and goal.
They've been great on third down. Now to finish the deal on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow. They don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill. Go get the running back. Get a tackle for a loss.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Smells it, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking for a gap. It's Frazier. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Stockton. Wide open downfield. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide, and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gibson on the option. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Fires to the tight end. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. The Dogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking downfield very late in the half. Flips it out on the screen. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
Here's the handoff. Turning it on. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
To the air, it's Stockton. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
What a great response by this defense. You give up the big play. What do? You respond right back. You get upfield, get to the quarterback, get the negative play, and get the momentum right back.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense. Or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. Georgia lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away. Might be a little stiff. They only used him twice in that loss a week ago. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll toss it to the left. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, then something can start to build.
Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On third down, going up top. With the catch, it's Frazier. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Dogs! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Oregon is currently ahead right now in Autzen Stadium, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 8 over Northwestern. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Slings it downfield. It's caught downfield. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Trying to set up the screen. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play. And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Lining up to convert third down. Quarterback making adjustments. Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. Ball's at the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Looking downfield, it's Lagway. Puts it out of the air. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the third down, now setting up first and goal.
He's got it on the run. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, you see all the time this running back has spent in the weight room this offseason. Did you see that stiff arm? He just pile drive that defender into the ground, get off me, and he's able to walk in for the score.
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the fourth quarter. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And the Dogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. That's caught. It's White. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. It's Frazier. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big 3rd down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for it.
This crowd knows when to bring it. On the ground, it's Frazier. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And you know exactly what time it is when you get down here in the red zone. You got to be able to run the football. But when you got a back like this who punches the ball in the end zone consistently almost every single game, you are going to feed that animal the rock.
That last play, not what they had in mind, and they've got a long way to go to get it close to the goal line to pick up a 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And after taking the lead, guys, we still have a big finish coming. They were able to get a field goal on the board, and now they'll kick it away. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Nice play offensively. You go with the toss to the left, and how about the blocking downfield by the wide receiver on that play? If you're going to run to the perimeter, you got to have guys doing work downfield for you, and they had it on that one.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. With the catch, it's Berry. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's a perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those 1st downs and just make that clock run.
Fires on the move. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the defense came into this game with a great game plan, and today they have been challenged, and they have answered that challenge. That was phenomenal coverage, reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the ball. You cannot do it any better than that.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Gladway. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Throws to the tight end. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. And this to lock things up late. Never a doubt. Fellas, we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime day.
And remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Try to get it to the edge. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking for the end zone. If he houses this, it's ball game. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win. And, man, just a soul-crushing turnover by this offense here in overtime.
It's so tough throwing the ball down in this area of the field, right? The windows are so much smaller, and they open and they close so much quicker. You've got to be so precise with timing and accuracy if you're the quarterback. And that time, it came back to bite him. Just didn't execute well enough.
Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go right back to the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
Third and long now as this defense tries to force another overtime period. On the move, it's Fletcher. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And you see him consistently sticking with the run, staying balanced. As you get closer to the goal line, you're thinking the field starts to shrink. Now, do I have a jump ball wide receiver out wide I can throw the football to? How am I going to find that extra space and take care of the football while doing it?
They'll try to win it with a field goal right here. Right down the middle. The kick is good. A game winner in overtime.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.